Earlier today, I walked into a church because after the scandals have broken, I've been trying to take my anger and my betrayal and my sense of sadness to prayer, for better or for worse. And I got there early, and when I walked in, I heard beautiful piano music. It was gorgeous. And I noticed two things. One, that it was improvised music being played by our parish priest. I didn't even know he could play the piano, much less like create something that beautiful. And two is that this music was sad. Like, it was heartbreaking to listen to this sad but beautiful music that was coming forth from a deep place within him. And it made me start reflecting on what exactly is going on in the church right now, because if you're watching this video, you're probably a volunteer from the church, a lay minister, maybe even a religious priest or sister, and you are in a position to maybe actually do something. You could actually maybe go out and make changes. If you're like me, you've probably gone and read that 887-page report and feel that this should never happen again. What steps do we need to take to make sure that this never happens again? And I've seen all around the internet just all these ideas. We should do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And some of these ideas are great, some of them are not that great. And it's really started making me think, though, is that it is so easy to do something, just slap a band-aid on it, like make the world see that, oh, we did something, oh, we made a change, oh, look, it's all better now, and not fix the real source of the problem. And that is my biggest concern right now, is that we're just going to rush to slap around band-aids so that the world thinks something was done, but we haven't actually touched the real source of the problem. Because the real source of the problem, the things that we create, reflect something that's deep within us. These leaders were weak, and they lacked integrity, and they lacked courage. And I would say that they're probably guilty of when Jesus in the Gospels is saying that they desired the praise of men more than the praise of God. And it has led to horrific and terrible things. But whatever solutions that we're coming up with, whatever steps that we take in order to solve this problem, just like that music that's pouring forth from my priest that reflects something deep within his soul, whatever solution that we come up with is going to reflect whatever is deep within our own hearts. And if you're going to be part of this solution, if you're going to be part of making things change, then it's going to come from within first. And Jesus honestly made me pretty mad, because I was driving my car and he puts it on my heart to start thinking about the story of the adulterous woman, which this week is exactly the last story that I want to be thinking of, is that I'm one of the guys with the stones looking at this adulterous woman wanting to stone her to death, and listening to Jesus say, "Whoever is without sin must cast the first stone." And it makes me angry, because I feel like I'm in a situation where I could actually be throwing stones and be completely justified. And I don't want to look at myself and to ask that question, am I without sin? But I've realized more and more and more is that is exactly what I need to do. In fact, what all of us need to do is that if we're going to create solutions to this problem, we must ask ourselves, if I am mad because the bishops lacked integrity, am I a person of integrity? If I am mad because the bishops in our church institutional structures are not transparent, am I transparent to my own life? If I'm mad because we put how we look and our image in front of what was actually right and good, am I doing that? Do I care more about my image than about doing something that is good and right? Because I cannot, yes, I can accuse these people of failing in these things if I'm still guilty of them myself, but I must address those issues in my own heart. I have to. If I'm going to help contribute to a solution, my heart has to be right with God, and it has to be right in prayer, and it has to be right in faith. And I'm just sending out this message because if you're as angry as I am this week, then I have felt very lost, and that I have been getting lost in my anger. And I need to remember that the things that we create, whether they're art, whether they're music, or whether they're solutions to a catastrophic failure in the church, is going to come from within. So, a lot of you are doing amazing things. I admire your courage. I admire your prayer. I admire the way that you don't give up. And I'm just asking you right now too, is that the real problem in the church is found first within our own hearts as individuals and as a people. Look to yourself first as you go out and start moving towards solutions. Thank you for all you do. Don't give up. I know this has been a rough week. Keep going, keep praying, and do me a favor, pray for me, pray for my poor husband who's been following me around with like Kleenexes and picking me off the bathroom floor because I've been sobbing, the poor man. So he's been very good to me this week. So I've been a mess. But yeah, love you guys.